Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to Friday's edition of Awesomecallstrading.com live webinar recap for July 26th, 2019. I want to welcome you to this incredible day today to cap off our week. Earnings season has just been phenomenal. I mean, I don't know what else to say, but very grateful, and so many plays, so many opportunities. And it's funny, one of our best trades today wasn't even an earnings play. It was a bunch of noise. Um, you know, I do these webinar recaps a lot. I do them obviously to recap what we did and why we took the trades that we did. What I saw, why I saw it to more either up or down. It was going to pop at the open or sell off, and it's a shame when you kind of just go outside our world, and I've said this many times, and you just see the same rooms out there doing the same thing. And there's one thing, honest to God, you could say about Awesome Calls Trading is you can always count on them to go to their page, go to their Twitter page, go to their daily pre-market notes, and you're always going to get something new, something different, something you've never traded before. And you can't deny saying that or seeing it. And that's the beauty of our chat room. And the moderators in here, we're all on that same page. We don't trade, you know, you know, the cookie cutter stuff. We trade the world. We trade the market. We trade whatever the market gives us, we trade it. And it could be stocks you've never heard of in your life, but when you kind of look at these people out there outside our room, and it's the same shit. It's Nvidia or Facebook or Amazon. I mean, God damn, it's like eating broccoli soup for the rest of your life. I mean, at some point, don't you get tired of it? Doesn't the taste just kind of you want to spit it out? You know what I mean? Or you got the small caps, and I feel sorry for small cap people. I mean, seriously, when earnings are doing well and we got 50 stocks that we're trading, and you have to wait for your mentor to find you that $4 stock that and get you 6 cents or 12 cents on it, and if it doesn't happen, I mean what are you going to do? I mean, seriously, you're stuck, and there's nothing to trade, and they go, oh, there's nothing to do today, and it's so sad. It's so sad. It means that you limiting your trading ability as and it's really bad. It's sad, more than anything. And you shouldn't be like that. A day trader should never be limited. And I believe in this room, we really emphasize that. No limits here. It's all about, and I think therein lies the challenges of a day trader in Awesome Calls Trading. I mean, think about it. If you're trading different stocks every day, until you sort of master the market, so to speak, which takes time, okay, you're going to have a few losses here and there because you've never traded a lot of these stocks before. I mean, think about it mentally. If you're trading the same stocks over and over and over and over and over, and all you do is put lines up, and if it hits here, hits here, and hits there, there's a whole room based on that, okay? Or if a hanging fruit drops on a small cap, boom, you get paid 12 cents on 400,000 shares or whatever it is that everyone's trying to short at the same time. But in Awesome Calls, you're constantly evolving. Like you'll trade a stock like you've never even seen before, a new name, but the thing is why this room works is because you're being educated why the move is going to happen, and that's the most important thing. Once you understand the move, I'm going to show you like a stock like Charter. Yesterday I gave you Tree, right? So today, because we're in a great environment, all right. If these big stocks, I mean, we're talking three, four, $500 name stocks, if they miss, they're dropping 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 points. They're gapping down. For me, as a day trader, I just smile. I'm so excited because I know I'm going to get a play in there, 5, 6, 7, and I know I can play with 200 points. I'm 200 shares or 250 shares. I don't want to do 500. I'm not there yet. But if I get 200 on 7 points, look at me. Look at me. Oh my God, I'm crying. Okay? Because I'm a base hit kind of trader. I evolve around base hits, so if 200 shares and it rips 6.5 out of the gate and I go click my trigger and I get 7.25 points, God, I won't trade for the rest of the day. And I look for those trades. I look for those stocks. And I tried to teach the traders in the room, this is beautiful. Take 20 shares with me. Take 50 shares with me. You don't have to trade 200, but take 10, take 20. Yesterday we traded tree. Today, look at this call. Look at this call. Today I found a $400 stock called Charter, right? And it was gapping down 27 points, baby. Oh, you don't even want to know. Don't want to know. I saw dollar signs. But after reading the earnings report, the stock was sitting at 380, 385 this morning. Do you know what I did? As soon as I read the report, and they did miss, and the revs were in line, but they were being punished $30 a share because the revs weren't in line. They didn't do anything to impress the shareholders. However, I've played Charter before. And so what I did is I made the decision on that stock that it was actually going to sell off a little bit more. And I told the chat room, wait for the 375 pull. When it hits 375, and it will, I promise you, when it hits 370, and you're looking at me like, how do you know this? It's because I love what I do. I've been trading Charter for years. And that's why I can't tell you enough. If your mentor or coach or whatever they like to call themselves, has been trading less than 10 years, they shouldn't be opening a chat room. They shouldn't. They need more time underneath their belt. All right. But when you're with a dude, all right, when you're with the bro, when you're with a coach and a professional trader that's been doing it 16 years, okay. Now you expect almost perfection when he trades. Because he knows that market, he knows that chart, he knows how it's going to react. Well, I haven't traded Charter since the last quarter, right? And look at Charter now, right? So I wanted to sell it off to 375. Then I wanted to pop to 380. Once the 380 came, I wanted to add into the stock because after it hit 380, guess what? I was going to get a 10-point gap fill push. Look how I wrote that. Look how I wrote it. Okay, so if you're coming in here for your first day, first week, and you're like, okay, I missed tree yesterday. I missed tree yesterday. I missed tree yesterday. I couldn't believe I watched that dude make $900 in front of my face. Not today. Today I'm gonna slam. I'm gonna take that Charter with him. So let's just see how perfect he is on it. So he is saying his stock's gonna pull to 375. He's gonna go along. Then he's gonna add when it hits 380 because he's looking for a 10-point push. So that means the stock will hit 390. All right. And he's also saying, this is my tree for today. And then he also adds, Wall Street loves to buy the weakness on Charter. Oh my God. This guy, who the fuck is he? Who is this guy? Okay. Well, let's see if it works. Go for it, HA. Go for it. All right. You ready? Pull up Charter. Watch it now. Watch it now. Ready? What did we say? What did we say? Did we say? Watch the first few minutes of day trading in Awesome Calls Trading. Hold at the open, 375, 375. Pop at 380, 380. There's your buy. Now the stock will run 10 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it stopped. What are you gonna say? You know what I would say? If a guy did that, I would never leave his room. Where do I go from here? What fucking trader out there is going to do what this guy just did in front of my face? And not only did he trade it, he made money He helped everyone that was a part of it make money. Okay, I'm going to give you another one. All right, you thought that blew your mind? All right, I'm going to give you another one. So I want to give you a stock called HIIQ. Now, this was our call, our trade. This is not, I mean, I'm watching videos being done after the fact on Twitter. Oh, it wasn't on my list, but because Awesome traded it so great, I'm going to put it on my list to do a video so I could take the glory of it. You know who you are. Just ridiculous. Anyway, look at this. This is a heavily shorted stock. Everybody in the world's in on this stock. All right. Shorts always squeeze whenever there's noise on it. But look at this. You're gapping up 4.5 points. On what? Why are you up 4.5? Why? All right. So let's go to the scan. Got to go to scan. All right. Here's my scan. Your scan at Trade Ideas is going to tell you why it's up. Pretty sad, huh? But my idea, uh, my scan service, all I got to do is punch it up and go HIIQ. Right? Pull it up, and it says it right here. I think I highlighted it before. No, that's not the one. I want to see if I can find it. Hold on. I'm trying to find the one. Oh, here it is. Found it. Okay, right here. You see it? Alternatives, HIIQ. Now, if you look at the other headline, this is the key of having the right scan service. All right. You see how all these headlines were saying announce exploration? Okay. See how it was written? See another one? Announce exploration. See how I'm all announce? Well, guess what? Dow Jones released it as could include, uses words like could. So it basically kind of changed what they were saying. It became, oh, we're going to do this to, we could do this. And in my book, could is a short. So I came into a great chat room of ours. I immediately started bottom up. It was our notable call. All right. And I said, stupid. Now, everyone knows in the room that when AJ says stupid, I mean, it's like a cliche in here. When you walk in the room, look for stupid. Okay. just, just look for that fucking word. Stupid. All right. AJ saying short at 24, room to 25, and take it to 21.50 and under. All right. And here's the stuff. Short at 24, room to 25, scale and short, 21.50 and under. And it hit 20.50. And then just in the first 2 to 3 minutes, it hit my 21 spot, 21.50 and under. I'm sorry. I don't know what room can guide you into profits like that. And I'm talking serious fucking profits. Okay? Beautiful play. I'm going to give you another one that a lot of people in the room are shorting right now. I covered before I did the webinar. MHK. Now, MHK got beat up today. All right. And rightfully so. I mean, they didn't impress investors today on their earnings. And what happened with them on, you could see it closed at 156 and it was gapping down in pre-market at 138. Okay. And their downside guidance was really what killed them. They gave an EPS of 258 when they originally gave $3.05. Now you have to understand in day trading world, when you're reading stocks and market caps, if you're going to give a 258 EPS and then you turn around and you're going to and you're going to get 258 and it was supposed to be 305, okay, that's going to get hit pretty significant. All right. And then their language too. Listen to their language. It says, given the uncertainties in its markets, companies streamlining operations, consolidating facilities, and taking out higher cost assets. You hear what I'm saying? They need they need help. All right. They're not drowning, but their raft is kind of chewed up by a shark. You know what I'm saying? So they either need to find somebody to fix the raft or they're going to, it's not good. All right. So on this particular stock, what I did is I made it clear that yes, it's down to 138, which is about 20 points to the downside, 18 points. I actually calculated where the stock should pull to at the open, and I actually said, and you're not going to believe this, you're not going to believe it, but I did. I wrote that the stock was going to pull MHK to $127. And if it pulled to 127, I wanted you to long the stock. Now, I was looking for a quick to 143 if I could get it, but if not, I would take it long at 127. I even told the traders, if you want to long it now at 137, you will have to add at 127. So I gave the trader enough warning that it was going to pull 10 points. This way, you would have a 132 average and you could still make money on the stock. But if you wanted to wait for the open, just wait for 127 and then go long. I want you to see the accuracy of the call. Ding, 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 opening bell. If you took the short and you decided not to buy the long and just waited, and it hit 127, you scored 10 to the downside in less than 4 minutes of work. So 100 shares, you made $1,000. If you waited for 127, you took 100 or 200 shares, now the stock rebounded 10 more. So this was a 20-point trade in less than 20, 25 minutes worth of work. And it was all based on being able to read and understand the report. And that's what I did today. I was very impressed with this call. I traded the call. I made money on it. I'm up over $1,143 today. I added some. I was up 967, and then I added some. So I was really happy with this. Um, really, just beautiful. I can't stress it enough. Really happy. On MNK, I made good money. And then I actually took it here before I went on break. I think it was right here before I went on break. And I went long. I gave back about $220 of my money. I cut it off at I think 134. So when I got back in the room, I reshorted it and got all my money back on it. And then I made TDD gave me my money, an extra couple $100 on this great pop here. So I ended up with $1,143 today. So MHK turned out to be just a great, great winner. Great play. 10 down, 10 up, and you were done. And then the great Fire got on the mic when I went on break, Fire Trader, and he called it off of this break at 134 when he took over the mic immediately, and he's been walking it down in the chat room. And I don't know what his exact number he's looking for, but I think the room is trying to get it down to 127 and take out low of the day. So the conference call did not go very well, and they were not able to recoup. So pretty good call. The other call was LOGM today. This was a beautiful earnings play today if you were in the room. I really enjoyed this call. By the way, I was my peers in the room gave me a 90%, 97% accuracy on my calls today, so I want to thank them for that. Today, LOGM had really, really decent numbers. I'll tell you a little bit on their highlights on the earnings report. I read it this morning thoroughly, and the stock was gapping up, as you can see, in pre-market at $80 to $81. And their earnings were pretty good. They gave 4 cents better. The company issued guidance that was pretty much in line, but then they raised the guidance on fiscal year 19 from, I think it was, they raised it to 511 from 499, which is really good, which gives the stock a decent short covering pop, short squeeze pop out of the gate, and then a slow fader. And so what I did is I anticipated this stock to go long at the open at 80. I told traders the stock will most likely pop, and I'll show you my exact numbers on it so you can see. All right, you ready? All right, here's Logim. Logim is going to pop at the open to 84. When it does, it's going to have a slow all-day fader to $75. Now, I know it's aggressive, but because they issued inline guidance, I wanted to give them $3 or $4 to the upside on that. Even though they issued a little bit upside guidance, the upside guidance was only up by about 4 cents. So it didn't really jive with the numbers to me. So I figured shorts would squeeze out of the gate to 84, scale in short, and then all-day fader. And this is what an all-day fader looks like. And you have to, an all-day fader is for a day trader that is a full-on day trader that trades all day in a room. Um, that you pop it and you basically go to sleep. I mean, you go back to bed, and then at the end of the day, you cash out. And this is an all-day fader. And the reason why I wanted 75 was about right here is where I thought it would come down to, about right here. I wanted to give it value, but I didn't think it was worth this. So here's the 84 pop. If you took it short, $84, and then just an all-day fader. And in the first 2 hours of trading, you scored 5 or 6 points on the trade, and that now it's getting ready to break the 78 area. A really, really good trade. I was really impressed with that one. The next one that we did was a stock called EHTH. Now this one, just forget it. This was an all-around, I mean, beast. This was a winner today, and it was a triple win today. And when you have triple wins in earnings, it's really you're not going to short the stock. All right, it's just not going to happen. So on EHTH, I'll tell you what they did, so you kind of have a better understanding what a triple winner is. EHTH, basically, they beat on revs. Uh, uh, really healthy report, beat on revenue guidance, and they raised their guidance substantially. And I'm talking to 195 from 154. That is huge. Remember, MHK did the other 50 cents on the downside? Well, EHTH, this is what it looks like on the upside. When you actually raise by 50 cents, you are letting your investors know that you are worth more than you're trading, and you are not going to bring that stock down. And I actually made it very clear to the chat room, this isn't going to come more than $99 a share, and it's going to go right back up to 105 or more. And you don't believe me? Look what I wrote. EATH right here. I even said this um, is not gonna, if it needs to flush 99 bucks to even remotely get any type of short on it. Otherwise, it's going to stall at 99 to 101, and it's just going to go right back up. And I saw 105 pretty much. I told the chat room, look, watch for the pop it open, wait for the pullback. If it hits 99 or 100, it stays there. It's most likely going to curl, go back up. But if it yanks, you can snap at about 3 or 4 more points, but don't count on it. You have to wait for that. I mean, this stock, you beat across the board. You're not going to bring that stock down. So, all right. Joggy Jimmy, thank you. Entry point MHK this afternoon, closing out the trade for a $200 gain. Eric Camino's making killer money on LGM's from his 80 short, 79.90. Good call. And the stock is right now at 78.47 and coming down. Good job. Nice afternoon trades. Anyway, here's the stock. And remember now, the key area was 99 to 101. You see the pullback? 99. See how it didn't snap 99? And there's the 101. And all you had to do was go along from there. Buyer came in. That's it. That's all she wrote. Can't do anything. Not when it's a triple win. Can't do anything. The next one we did today was carb. I'm going to give you two really, I call them cute trades. What? Cute. They're kind of cute. They're cute. That's what I call them. They're kind of cute trades. They're called carb and GT. Now, GT is Goodyear tires. Everybody knows who they are. Okay. Now, Goodyear is a type of company. Let me just put it this way. If you know anything about Goodyear, they miss on every quarter. It's a standard 101 for the last 3 years. Go pull up the chart, you'll see it yourself. Every quarter they miss. However, when they miss, the stock gets back up on weakness. But you have to wait for the pullback before you can do anything. So today, I want you to look at this call, and then I want to look at CARB. CARB was another one that missed really, really big. I mean, they haven't really done. I mean, this thing IPO'd a couple of years ago, and it's just been downturned ever since. CARB is a really great trade. I loved it. Um, it was easy money. It was a cheap stock, and I just was really, really feeling the stock today. And what I did today is, after reading the CARB results, I said, you know what, this stock is going to pull at the open at $16 a share. And when it pulls at the open at $16 a share, I want you to scale in and go long. Okay. On GT, if it pulls at the open at 13 and under, I want you to go long. All right. And the reason is because these two type of trades, even though they're inexpensive, they will stop at a certain point. Investors will eat up and start buying on the weakness. I've traded these for many years. I understand how they trade, and therefore I really was very adamant on my actual areas of interest to go long. If you wanted to short the stock, I wanted you to cover at the areas that I was telling you. And you don't believe me? Take a look at the notes. The notes were really on point on these two. And again, I read the report, so I understood what the stock was going to do. GT, I said, will sell off at 13 and under. When it sells off at 13 and under, the stock will go back to 14.50. That's what I said. If you never traded in your life today, and this was your first day, and all you could afford was a cheap stock like GT, you could have made a killing on this. All you had to do was wait for a 13 entry and then put your sell order in at 14.50. You don't believe me? Here's GT. GT. 13 entry, 13 entry, long to 14.50, 14.40. You see that? This is when you're trading with a professional day trader. Somebody who has such a keen insight of how a stock's going to trade without any hesitation. Buy 500, 300, 400. And in hindsight, a lot of you are looking at these going, damn, I wish I was in his room. Damn, I wish I could have took this call. And all of you are saying, I didn't have enough money to be able to take that trade because I was making money somewhere else. But that's the beauty of our chat room. I give you a lot of ideas. And if I'm 97% accurate, only one or two may not work. The rest are going to work. And 97% means maybe one was off because of my numbers. And now you want to look at carb. Carb, same thing. I came in here strong. I said, you know what, traders? I want to make carb our number three or four pick. And carb is going to come down to 16 area and then get back over 17 plus. So I want you to buy carb on the weakness. Okay? So carb came down, hold to 16 at the entry. And the stock is now back over $18.50. Even if you took long 18 at the open, added at 16, you had a 17 average. Even on your average at 17, you still cleared over a buck 50 on the trade. See that? It's all knowing where the trade's going to do before it happens because it's based on the report. And that is the difference between Awesome Calls Trading that no other room can do. Nobody takes the time to read a report and then interpret the report and then apply it to maybe the technical side of the trading. Okay? And so therein lies is what Awesome Calls Trading does. And I can't stress it enough. The more you study these charts, the more you study reports, the more you get a feel for the stock. And because you're around me and a guy that's been doing it for 16 years, you can ask me on any stock at any time, and I'll know whether it's a Google or Amazon or an Apple, how to read the stock. But when it comes to me finding the plays in the morning and searching and looking and just going through the whole uh, enchilada of trades, I want to be 100% every day. I'm not 100%. But I am consistent trader making consistent money every single day. And it's solely because I know what the stocks are going to do. And the whole purpose of the chat room is to open it so I can share with you my knowledge so you can learn this. Because, whether the market's down 800 points or the market's up 400, it's irrelevant to me. What I look for is the news behind the move, and that will tell me what the stock's going to do. So if I have the noise where the market's down 600 points, not a problem. I'm going to take that either long or short, you know, because the stock will still pretty much do what I say it's going to do. So, what a great day today. I want to thank you so much for joining us today. If you want to be a part of our great room come Monday morning, all you got to do is click here. I have tons of videos right here. Um, uh, Live recap webinars across the board. You listen to them. They all average 100 to 200 views. They're all recaps. You just listen to them. You can go over the charts, and then every day you just walk in and I'm going to give you 12, 13 ideas. I'm going to give you the very best. I'm going to give you key entries of interest, of entry, exits, and most important to you, I'm going to explain to you why the stock will either rebound or flush out and fade for the day. But you have to allow me to teach you. You have to use the room as a tool, just like you use a scan service, just like you use your Twitter feed. When you're in the room, you have to utilize me, have me help you, guide you, teach you, answer your questions during trading, and just make you the best overall trader you can be. But more importantly, be consistent so you can see in the way you trade that you can actually do this for a living. It takes time. It's going to take time, but in the end, you're going to be successful because you're going to learn something every day. Okay? So thank you. I will see you on Monday.